Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another marvelous episode of Above the Line by VibeWire. This is Yash Gogri. Please give it up for our next guest and our first homegrown techno DJ on the show, hailing from Mumbai, India. Her hardstyle signature raunchy techno beats encapsulates her audience into the ultimate transcendence, and experiencing her live shows is always one for the books. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the one and only Kashish Singh aka Kollision. What do you find is the most exciting about being a DJ and playing concerts?
The most exciting part about being a DJ and playing concerts is the opportunity to travel and experience new places. And I absolutely fucking love traveling. You get to meet new people and you make new friends and you reconnect with the old ones. It's also very humbling, because you're constantly alone, and there are some gigs that are not, there's no crowd or there's less crowd. So, yeah, you're lonely and it can be very, very emotionally heavy, but I try to keep myself positive through all of this. Yeah. Also, I think it's incredibly fulfilling to grow your fan base across different cities and cultures. But truth be told, if I'm going to be honest, the most important thing for me is getting to taste the local food wherever I go, because I'm such a big time foodie that that's something I genuinely look forward to every time I travel.
What inspired you to coin the stage name Collision for yourself?
My name is Kashish, and most people call me K ever since I was a child. So when I decided to reinvent myself and move towards harder techno, I wanted a name that felt powerful and impactful, and it also had to start with a K. I'm obsessed with the letter K. And I had several options in my mind, but none of them were really like, oh yeah, like they never resonated with me. So one day, while I was watching a time-space movie, the word collision came up in one of the dialogues, and that the moment I heard it, I just knew that was it. That was the name for me, and I simply just replaced the C with a K, and that's how Collision was born.
For the benefit of our listeners, kindly tell us about the type of music our audience can expect at a Collision show.
I play hard techno, groovy techno, hard bounce, trance, psychedelic, new rave, hardstyle. You name the harder genres and I play them. You can't just expect one particular genre from me. When I'm playing, I read the room and I like to improvise on the go. So yes, you might book me for hard techno, but if that's not the vibe of the party, I won't force it. I'll adapt, switch things up, and shape my set according to the energy in the room. So really, people should expect the unexpected at a Collision show.
You have been a successful techno DJ for over 10 years now and have experience playing almost all formats of a concert stage at multiple destinations, both within India and overseas as well. What are some of the trends you noticed that changed over the years within the Indian electronic music industry today in terms of the music and the exposure for artists?
I think social media has completely transformed Indian nightlife. Today, people across the world are far more aware of what Indian nightlife looks like, and they know a lot more about Indian artists. And I think that's incredible because some time back, we were like non existent, I think. Nothing makes me happier than seeing Indian artists travel and tour internationally, and I love that we are getting a lot of global and I love that we are gaining a lot of global recognition. India is truly on the map now, and I absolutely fucking love it. I'm here for it. And in terms of trends, I feel like Indian nightlife and Indian artists are extremely adaptable and open minded. Like, there's a willingness, to evolve, experiment, and grow. And that's really exciting to witness.
How important do you believe is for an artist to brand their sound or music in their sets? In other words, do you believe in having a certain signature sound for yourself, or do you believe in diversity and versatility as an artist? And of course, the reason behind it.
This is actually a very nuanced question. Every artist naturally has a certain vibe to them, right? Like, for example, a UK garage artist will mostly operate within that realm while also touching upon like genres like house or electro and D&B and related genres. These days, I don't really think artists should box themselves into just one sound or genre. It's important to be diverse and versatile while staying within a certain sonic vicinity, if you will. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not here to tell people what they should or shouldn't do. I'm not here to preach. But honestly, I don't enjoy playing just one style all night. You know, when I play, I mix a lot of different hard genres and I like blending it all together. I like to keep the energy dynamic, you know. I like keeping things exciting and I like surprising people. So yeah.
What kind of a stage persona do you envision for yourself as a musician? For example, Lady Gaga's stage persona is very different from who she is otherwise as a person. And also your reason behind it. Is that persona for Kollision any different from how Kashish is perceived by friends and family as a person?
To be honest, my on stage and off stage personas are pretty much the same. I'm an authoritative person on and off stage. You know, this reminds me of this one thing that my ex manager used to say about me. He actually wrote it down in my old bio. He said that I like Kollision dictates the vibe, you know, and I think that really sums me up, not just professionally but personally as well. I am a very open minded person, both as an artist and as an individual. I like evolving. I'm constantly trying to be a better version of myself in my career and in my personal life. So, yeah, I think more or less Collision and Kashish are the same entity.
What would be that one philosophy that has helped you personally through life and through your career as a DJ that you would like to share with our listeners and your fans to also inspire?
You know, over the last decade of being an artist, one important thing I've learned is that sometimes you really need to keep your gob shut. And I say this from personal experience because I am a very, very mufat person, as they say in Hindi. And I speak my mind very directly and I say things exactly as they are. And unfortunately, that has never really worked in my favor. It has mostly brought me backlash because, you know, people aren't always comfortable with the truth, especially when it comes from a woman. So, yeah, keep your gob shut. But also, I believe that as an artist, it's important to listen more than you speak. Also, don't judge, keep your head down, put in the work, pay your dues, and everything will come to you in its own time. And I think also one very important thing as an artist, you have to be patient. And definitely do not compare your success or yourself to the other artists.
Towards the end of our interview now, on a light-hearted note, if one day you woke up as not Collision, the DJ, but as someone else, who would it be and why?
Well, I'm a Gemini, so I have a lot of personalities. Even right now, I'm not just an artist. I am also an entrepreneur. I am working on multiple projects within my career. And that's just my professional life, right? Outside of that, I love reading books. I am so much into cinema. Oh my god, you could lock me in a room with just Wi-Fi and a TV, and I'm telling you, I'll survive. Also, I love fashion. I love being in front of the camera. I'm also quite funny, according to my friends and family. So honestly, I don't know who I would be if I wasn't a DJ. I can't really be boxed into just one identity. I love and enjoy doing so many things and I'm constantly experimenting. So if I wasn't a DJ, I'd probably be several other things, but at the core of it all, like really, it would still come down to art, you know. I just love it. It runs in my veins. Everything I love doing is some way artistic.
Collision, thank you so much for joining us for our interview, ma'am. We really appreciate your time and presence. To all our listeners, I sincerely urge you that if you get a chance to witness a Collision show, please do go and check it out at clubs and nightlife venues around you in your cities. I promise you it's going to be one for the books. All right. So, on that note, we will be signing out. Until next time, cheers. Take care.